Hello students, today we are going to discuss about F block elements, and that is also known as inner transition elements. This comes under chapter 8 of D and F block elements. So let us start this topic with a very good thought. Best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. So learning outcome from this session is you would be able to explain about electronic configuration, atomic and ionic radii, lanthanide contraction, cause and consequences, actinide contraction and oxidation states. So let us start. So here you can see that S block element left hand side, right hand side P block and the middle D, and the bottom two series are known as that belong to F block elements, and two series lanthanides and actinides. Let us go in detail. So if you see from here you can see that N-1D, and previously we have discussed that this is outermost shell N and this is penultimate, and N-2 is anti-penultimate. So if I will say that it is 7S, it would be 6D and it would be 5F. And now see here, maximum is 7, maximum period would be 7. So 7 and it will be less than 2, 7 is to 5. So it will be 5F and this is 4F. So here 4F filling takes place and here 5F filling takes place. As you see from here, there might be 14 elements here. So 4F series having 14 elements. Why? Because F orbitals, there are 7 F orbitals and each orbital can have maximum of 2 electrons. Therefore 7 into 14. So there are 4F series and 14 elements in 5F series. So this is about the F block elements. Now here, as we can summarize it, that F block elements, their last electron enters the anti-penultimate level. Like anti-penultimate level means outermost, then second innermost. Like if 7S is there, so 6, 5F. So similarly 4F and 5F series that are known as lanthanides and actinides respectively. So general electronic configuration is N-2 F1 to 14, N-1 D 0 to 1 NS2. Please do remember that 0 to 1 is here. Okay. Next is lanthanide series. So lanthanide series, as we discussed, penultimate or anti-penultimate or pre-penultimate, that's the same thing. Inner transition element, because electron is going to the inner orbital, like it's not going to the outermost, it is going the second innermost, like pre-penultimate subshells. Intermediate behavior like D block elements, that will show intermediate, like S block and P block. D is showing intermediate, the same manner F block also showing intermediate behavior. And there are two series that we have already discussed, and please do remember that this series, actinide series, these elements are radioactive in nature. Okay. Now, so definition of inner transition element, what we say that the elements in which additional electron enters the anti-penultimate shell are called inner transition element. Anti-penultimate means N-2 F orbitals. The valence electronic configuration or general electronic configuration is N-2 F1 to 14 or 0 to 14, because in the first element that is 0 is also there. N-1 D 0 to 1 NS2. So 4F inner transition metals are known as lanthanides because they come immediately after lanthanums, and 5F known as actinoids because they come immediately after actinum. Actinum and lanthanum actually is having F0 configuration. You will find out lanthanum, the outer electronic configuration would be xenon 5D16S2 and 4F0. So therefore, so 4F0 and 5F0 is there in case of lanthanum and actinum. So let us see here. So here lanthanum 57 here. So as we are considering under that, but it will be having 4F0 configuration. So this element known as lanthanide series, and this is the general electronic configuration. Lanthanum 57 has similar properties, therefore it is studied along with lanthanoids. So next is about actinoids. So this is in the 7th period. 7th period, you know that N will be 7. If N is 7, so it will be 5, N-2. So 5F series filling is known as actinoids. Actinoids are mostly radioactive and many physical and chemical properties are similar to actinum or actinoids. This is second inner transition series. First was 4F, second is 5F. and the filling of electron takes place in outermost and penultimate shell remain the same. Okay, so now these are the elements: actinium, thorium, protactinium, uranium, neptunium, plutonium, barium, yttrium, berkelium, californium, einsteinium, fermium, mendelenium, and nobelium and lawrencium. The chemistry of actinoids is more complex because they are radioactive also, in view of their ability to exist in different oxidation state. So furthermore, many of the actinoid elements are radioactive, which make the study of these elements rather difficult. So there are two reasons: one is radioactivity, second is having the different oxidation state existence is there. So therefore property identification is little difficult. Actinium ED9 has similar properties, therefore studied along with actinoids. Okay, so now next is transuranic. After uranium, 92 is the atomic number of uranium. After uranium, elements are known as transuranic: neptunium, plutonium, barium. So these are transuranic elements. Now these 4F series elements are widely used in the daily life, like camera. So lanthanum is used for cerium, that is burning of this sparkling light and permanent magnets. We are using a cerium. And for loudspeaker, speaker means it contains magnet neodymium. This is used for the daily life applications. Magnetic property, why it is so? Magnetic property, you know that is due to unpaired electron. Here unpaired electron will be in 4f or 5f. So f orbitals will be having partially filled f electrons, so which leads to magnetic property. Okay, next is about europium. So europium is used to produce blue, red and white radiances in computer monitors and television screen. They are also used in energy efficient light bulb. Europium. So electronic configuration we have covered already. So let us go in detail that. So if I am talking of lanthanum, you can see from here there is no filling of 4F takes place. Okay, and here then general is lanthanum represented as Ln. So here 4F0 we have written for lanthanum, and next would be 4F1 up to 4F14. But this is our expectation. It's not actually. There might be difference. So these basically differences why? The difference in, you will find some, this is the general electronic configuration which we are finding. Lanthanum you see that 4F0 is there. Similarly 4F1, 4F2, 4F3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is our, we are thinking that this way it will happen. But in some case, like if you see, here it is not 4F2, it is 4F3. So this is causing some problem. Why? So why the question arises that praseodymium, that is having the 4F3 configuration as compared to that of 4F2. Why it is so? See, this is about the only energy levels. So here the electron is in the 4F shell is having lesser energy as compared to 5d. Therefore, it tries to move to 4F instead of 5d. That's why the praseodymium is having 4F3 configuration instead of 4F2. So we have to write only that. So here 4F subshell shields the electron from the nucleus, which contracts the size and energy of 4F subshell. Therefore, 4F subshell is having much lower energy as compared to 5d subshell. So the main point is the energy. The energy of the orbital will be less. So therefore, the electron tries to move to that orbital instead of the higher orbital. So this is the main basic point, that why there is abnormality in the electronic configurations. Okay, so this is general applicable to each other because these elements are filled in the inner transition. So these orbitals are having peculiar shape which causes the shielding factor, poor screening, so which leads to the higher effective nuclear charge. We are coming to that. I will explain more in detail about that. So let us see further. Actinium also the same thing. You can see from here that the last electron is going to 6d. We were expecting 5f, but it's not like that. Actinium, no 5f filling, 5f 0 is there. Similarly, if we are talking for the next element, it will start here thorium, then it will be 5f1, and similarly up to 5f14 would be there. So now the point here is, see from here thorium, so here 4f2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. So some abnormalities will be there, that will be explained on the basis of the energy levels only, and the partially filled and d orbitals. Now the point here is the all isotopes are radioactive with only uranium 92 to 232. These are having long half-lives. Okay. So that's why also that finding the properties of these radioactive elements are difficult. Only thorium and uranium, of course, naturally both are more abundant in the earth crust than tin. Other must be made by nuclear processes, that is also known as nuclear transformations or transmutations. Now this is the most important topic, atomic and ionic radii or contraction. So as we know that when the electron is filled progressively means one, for example 89, 90, 91, so this atomic number is increasing. So the element which is now one electron added more, that is going in the 4f subshell or 4f orbital, where one proton is increasing. So thereby nuclear charge is increasing, and you know that 4f orbitals are having poor shielding or the screening is very poor. So if screening is poor, the shielding will be improper, so which results in the gradual increase in the nuclear force, nuclear attraction between protons and the electrons, which cause the decrease in atomic size. So this decrease is regular. That's what we are saying, the regular decrease in atomic and ionic radii of 4f series, like lanthanide series, that is called lanthanide contraction. So if you see from here, so this decrease, this is ionic, so it is regularly decreasing. Although this decrease will be very, very small, let us say this is 107, then it is 106, and that will be cometer. But anyhow, the decrease is regular. This regular decrease, that we are named as lanthanide contraction. So now the definition as I say, that gradual decrease in atomic and ionic radii of lanthanoids with increase in atomic number is called lanthanoid contraction, and cause for that is the atomic number increases, the positive charge or relative nuclear charge increases due to poor shielding effect of f orbitals. This word we have to use, poor shielding effect of 4f orbitals or poor screening or poor shielding. So now consequences, cause we discussed that poor shielding of D and FD also is also there. So there is a close resemblance between 4D and 5D. So do you see that 4D, 5D, 4D, 5D, how it is possible? Let us see. We will see in the next slide. Ionization energy of 5D transition series is higher. Actually, it should be lower. You see down the group, ionization energy is decreasing. Why it should increase? This is the problem. Difficulty in separation of lanthanides. Because if the size is almost same, the ionization energy is almost same, so the property how separation will take place. So these are the three important consequences. See the area. First was 4D and 5D resemblance in the close resemblance. How? Why? See 4D and 5D. See this 4D, this is 4D and 4D series, first transition series, 5D transition series 6. This 3D, 4D, 5D. Okay, so 4D is 145 and hafnium, zirconium, hafnium, nobelium, tantalum, molybdenum, tungsten. They are showing the similar properties. Why? Because of lanthanoid contraction. These are also known as chemical twins. These element, second transition series and third, because you know that this is 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 4 transition series are there in D block element. Now, this is also very important question. Decrease in the basicity. So question will come like lanthanum hydroxide and lutetium hydroxide, which is more basic, and why? So we will say lanthanum hydroxide is more basic, why? So that question also can be asked. So because lanthanum is having large size of the cation, So if large size of the cation is there, OH inactive is the anion. So greater is the tendency of such hydroxide to dissociate, like the bond length will be more in case of lanthanum hydroxide as compared to lutetium hydroxide. So if bond will break easily, OH ions is easily available. Therefore, basic character is more for lanthanum hydroxide as compared to lutetium hydroxide. Okay. So next again the question can be there, which will be more covalent. So you know that smaller the cation, larger the anion. Smaller cation is there, cation small is there for lutetium. So lutetium will show the more covalent character. Okay. And ionic radii of post lanthanide elements. So that we already discussed that. So this ionic radii of hafnium, tantalum, that is similar to that. This we have discussed already. Zirconium, hafnium is similar, nibonium, tantalum is similar, molybdenum and tungsten is similar. Okay. So next is about this actinoid. Same is as in the lanthanoid, this is same in actinoids. So you know that this is also regular decrease. Why? Because of the 5f. Now 5f orbitals are filled, that will be causing the poor shielding effect, which leads to the greater contraction in the size of ionic or atomic size due to poor screening effect of f orbitals. Now oxidation states. So before taking oxidation state, let us see the electronic configuration here. So now you see lanthanum is having 5d1. So this 2 electron can be lost, 1 electron can be lost, 2, 3, 4, this 4 electron can be lost, 2, 5. So this is the way the how oxidation state will be possible. So therefore predominantly +3 oxidation state is possible in case of lanthanides. And +3 oxidation state is lanthanum, gadolinium, lutetium are especially stable because of empty half-filled and completely filled subshell respectively. So cerium, terbium shows +4 oxidation state. Occasionally 2 and 4 in the solution or in solid compounds are also obtained. So here basically the same thing is there. +3 oxidation state is the most common, and apart from that +2 and +4 also possible. See from here, this is normal, this is 2, 3, 4, this is the normal oxidation states. So now here is common oxidation state is +3, more stable. Loses of 2 electrons 6s and 1 from 5d and 4f. So therefore +3 will be there. See here everything is written. +2, 3, 4, 3, +2, 4 will be more, not common, but +3 is most common. So actinoids, so you can see from here. So this is also showing the oxidation state of +3, neptunium, plutonium. So then further it can be oxidized to +4 also. So therefore, so after that there may be transition because of the radioactivity. So that is why we are not able to identify the properties properly. So dominant oxidation state of actinoid is +3. Actinoid also exhibit an oxidation state of +4. Some actinoids such as uranium, neptunium and plutonium also exhibit an oxidation state of +6 when they are combined with some oxygen compound that are known as oxoanions. Okay, so actinide shows actinide contraction like lanthanoid contraction due to poor shielding of nuclear charge by 4f electron. So these all actinides are radioactive. We have already discussed that, and that's all for this. So thought for the session is the best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. Thank you.